What is up, legends? We are back in another week, another Hype Watch. We ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get right into it. You guys know if you're here on Hype Watch on Sunday, what's gonna happen in this game? Like, I don't know what that was. It's Groot. Anyway, so we're taking a look at Hungry Heroes, Hungry Horrors. I'm sorry. As you guys can see, you can mess around and download the demo right now if you wish to. Wow, T-Rex actually looking. You can download the game right now. This one seems like it's gonna be pretty good. A roguelike. It even appears to be a little bit Metroidvania. You have to actually cook, and then when you cook, the monsters are either gonna like or dislike the food. If they like it, then if they don't like it, you just saw what just happened right there. She just got eaten. But they like it, then they can help you out, give you extra power, give you extra food that you can use to take on another monster. It kind of feels Mega Man like, so you have to make the right choices. And if you make the right choices, things end up being cool. Like, obviously that was not the right choice, so she died. So, and she liked it. She didn't like it. Right. So you have a lot of cool things and all of that. Next up is Everspace, or Wrath of the Ancients. Now, I did play the original Everspace. I definitely want to hop into the second one. I think I got an offer for this game. I have to go find it, and if it's still valid, it probably isn't. But I definitely want to hop into this because this is the DLC on top of the base game. And Everspace 2 is just one of those games that are really it's just a really fun game, especially if you're into space combat. And that's really what this game is about, is space combat. You never really truly do anything as far as like the human base. Like, it's just literally just everything in space, just had to solve it. The original story from the first Everspace was actually really good. I played that demo before. It was awesome, and just to run around and see the different planets and everything was really cool as well. So if you were a space junkie and like different type of space combat and just having fun and storyline and all that type of stuff, this one's for you. Next up is a game called Seafrog that I actually found this by accident looking around for other type of games. And this is like an action on platform, because what I was doing, I was looking for kid games, kids from my, games for my kids, that they can actually play, and maybe some demos for them. And then if they like the game, then I would buy the game for them and stuff like that. And I found this one. I was like, oh, this looks amazing. This is actually a pretty cool looking game. I'm actually, when it comes out, I'm going to get this for my kids, because it's probably like they'll like this stuff. They like this type of stuff, especially my son Ty. He's into all types of stuff like this. He's like a pro at Geometry Dash. Like, I got watch him, and it's amazing. Like, just how good he is at that game, because I am not good at Geometry Dash. But I look at him and he's just like, you got to do this, Dad, and just. He watches YouTube videos on Geometry Dash, and when he can't beat a level, he will sit there until he beats that level. I remember being like that. I don't have time for stuff like that anymore, but yeah. Next up, Wind Story. This is on Nintendo. I have a Nintendo blurb or a story to tell you. Today, I actually got an email to restream their Treehouse thing, but I'm not actually streaming much anymore. I'm going to be, but not right now. And an offer for them to actually give me a Switch too. And I was like, why y'all being all nice to me? Like, where's this coming from? Y'all don't like me, but straight up, so I'm thinking about it, but at the same time, and then they're saying if there's feedback. So in the feedback, I said, are you guys not aware that half the planet hates the fact that really what it is that Super Mario Kart is $80, and that sets a bad precedent. The system itself is no more expensive than a PlayStation 5. Like, it's pretty much the same thing. So what you're really saying, if you have a problem with that, is that you don't feel that the Nintendo Switch is worth a PlayStation 5. Nintendo Switches outsell every console in existence. So if they want to make it the same price as a PlayStation 5, they can. They have history that says that millions and millions of people are buying those systems, and that it's worth that. even if we don't think it's worth that. I don't really think that they should have chose this way to do things, but should it be on par with a PlayStation 5? It should have always been on par with a PlayStation 5. People may not like that, but we have hindsight now, because it's always been 300, 350 or something like that, and then they just suddenly show up with 450 and 500, and everybody was like, what the hell? But that's what a PlayStation 5 costs. That's what Xbox costs. So they're just literally trying to be competitive with that. That's all that really is at the end of the day. There's no tariffs and anything else like that, because tariffs didn't even go into effect when that was actually being made and processed and everything else like that. If it was started to be processed right now when he did his whole tariff nonsense, then yeah, that would be a thing, but it's not a thing really right now, because the systems was already shipped. They were already here to do whatever else. There was already stock like months in advance before all of that. So anything after this might be problematic, but not right now. I don't think that had anything to do with Nintendo deciding that they wanted their stuff to be on par with Sony and Microsoft. This is what it is. This looks like it's going to be a kind of cute type of game. This is a very Nintendo game at the end of the day. This is like one of those things that is kind of funny, and it's kind of funny that it's a combination that is going to be on Steam and Nintendo at the same time, which is why we're looking at it. It's an indie game, so it is what it is. They could do that. It's not a first party, but that's why we're talking about that. Next up is Lovely Shooter. Now this is a match 3. However, it has waifus and stuff like that, and as they got scenes that may or may not be ecchi. So you figure it out if this is your type of thing. I know a lot of you guys, y'all look for stuff like this. Not everybody, but there's a good deal of the public that like the culture. So here's another culture game for you. Next up is Shadow Falls. I was told that this is actually really cool. I'm probably not gonna get around to it, but I definitely want to put it up there as a shooter game. Shooter is supposed to be really smooth for a mobile game, and that's already hard to do. There's not many games that do that, so have at it. Next up is Tribe 9. Now, Tribe 9 just announced that their next update is going to be coming out April 17th. And it's going to be the next tier of characters. If you go to their Twitter right now, you're going to see the trailer for everything else like that. Hey, Miyu. And I like the game. I think it's one of the best mobile games that we have right now. And it's supremely underrated. It deserves way more downloads than it has. But the review is just great. The MC-17 is basically because they have a lot of violence in this game. So this is not necessarily something for children. You may want to... may not want your kids messing around with this game, just saying. Next up is City Life Game with Friends. This is like The Sims, but arcade. That's pretty much what it is at the end of the day. You will need an FCA account to actually play this. Right now, I'm thinking about trying it out and maybe mess around. It's in beta right now, so if you want to play it, try it out and see what it's about. I might hop in there and see what's going on. Bleach has its 10th anniversary. This game has been around 10 years, dog. 10 years. It really is 600 characters, too. So, if you wish to hop in and mess around, you get a bunch of summons, by the way, right now. And then you have this banner, which is kind of like the, I think this is 1,000, the Blood War or whatever name of that. I'm forgetting the name of it. But this banner is now back. I have every character there except Renji. Not even trying. Rukia and Bayako just decided that they was going to invade my banner and come out in different banners, by the way. Not even in their banner right there, but yeah, 10th anniversary, have at it. So next up is Honkai Star Rail, and we'll kind of do like a tandem with this. Star Rail has its next character, Castories, coming out. It's as much drama as is coming in this, and I had put this last HypeWatch. If the Hoyo community really cares enough to get them to stop doing what they're doing with Castories, they will not buy this character. They will not summon. They will not show up. Downloads will be down. Playtime will be down. That's the only way you're going to get them to stop doing that. If y'all show up and at the end of April, Star Rail got like 30 to 40 million, they will never listen to you. Just putting it out there. Side note, Ripper is now out in Triple C, which I'm just not even gonna show you the link, but just no, it's a little baddie sniper character, kind of cute. Got the jiggle going on, so have at it. Prince of Persia. I have a key for this game. I am gonna try it. I was invited to. This is now the Lost Crown mobile version, and if you guys are gonna go in, this is probably one of the better games that has come out from Ubisoft. Like, they definitely did a good job on this game. So if you're looking for something that is pretty lit, hop in there and pre-register. Next up, AFK Journey this is the most random collab I have seen in a long time. like I never thought that Fairy Tail would come to AFK Journey, but here we are. I was like, bruh, really? This game with Fairy Tail? But I'm gonna be there. I'm actually gonna literally log in and see how much currency I have, maybe do the current season right now and go through it, and then see if I can get enough currency to get these characters. Obviously it's gonna be Nalu, Natsu and Lucy. So I'm gonna try to get these characters. That's all you can really do. If you have enough currency, you can force characters anyway. So we definitely gonna try that out, see what happens. That you're not getting. I don't think this game even has a collab in anything. You're not. And Diaz, like, good luck, sir. Good luck with that. Wet Beacon is going to be coming, I think, the 10th. Let me make sure that I am telling you the truth. Yeah, April 10th. Which, when the time of doing this video is Friday, that I'm doing this video, that is going to be next Thursday. So next Thursday. We're gonna have at it. And again, I am warning them: do not block the content creators and emulation Black Beacon, because I know you're gonna eventually see HypeWatch, and somebody's gonna tell you if you block the content creators and emulation, you will crash your game. No matter how good it is, nobody's going to be able to cover it, which means that it's just going to be the fans playing it who are just not going to have any type of information outside of Reddit, which people don't like to get information from Reddit. Not that it is supposed to be any better than YouTube, but it's things that are visible in your face. And then you have people like me, and there's multiple people like me who will give you honest opinions and give you honest ways to actually do stuff, which is essentially free press. And the test, they blocked emulation and then had no PC version. And I don't see any PC version right here. It was here. It's just gone now. Bro, yeah. This is about to be dead man walking. I'm warning you guys. I'm just straight up warning. I'm warning the devs. It's about to be dead man walking if y'all block emulation. You will be EOS in 2 months. like don't do it. But companies don't like listening to the black man who got like content creation experience for 15 years and go do what they want and be EOS. And then I'm sitting in the video like, why are we here? Why are we here? You could have just listened from the start. Like Altalia. Like so many other games. Like, you could have just listened from the damn start and not been noobs. Because that is a noob move in the industry. 100%. You want as many people to play and see your game as possible as a game company. If you nerf that and say, hey, we don't want emulation, which like literally probably like 80% of your population is going to be there, and be like, hey, just play on mobile, and we'll see you when what? Like, ain't nobody getting no HD footage on mobile. Who does that? Nobody does that. Like, one person maybe. Like, matter of fact, I think who I only know one creator off the top of my head who still records from mobile, and I can't remember his name, but there's only one. You guys know who I'm talking about. There's literally on Chaotic. Chaotic is the only one. I know Chaotic, you about to get paid because you probably gonna be the only one if they block this. Like, don't do it, Black Beacon. Don't be that bad. Speaking of a cool game, Tougen anki. Now, I've heard this, never seen it. outside of just being that it has a Japanese version. I never actually got into the Japanese version because, surprise, they blocked it. And there's ways to get in it, but when they block stuff and then you force your way in, then they just ban you. If I do a video and then they're like, look at this guy playing, he's American, they just ban you? So I just don't even bother. You just won't get any press on me if you do stuff like that. Same thing like with Black Beacon. If they block global people from using emulation, I'm not covering it. F you. That's what that means. That's what it's telling me. At the end, it's saying F me and everybody global if they block it like that. And that's why I don't do stuff like that. But this company did that with the JP side. So we're getting the global, which is good. And look how he looked like he's somebody who will block somebody. So, yeah, this might be this could end up being the hype. This could be the next Tribe 9 right here. Like, and they got all the VA and everything. They got this music right here going flag. They got this. He like he about to kick a flag copyright on somebody who. Oh boy, but this definitely might be the next Tribe 9. I actually need to look at the anime too. I don't think I've never watched the anime, so is that Yuri? That looks like that's Yuri up there. You seen My Dear Friend? Like literally just took over the internet basically right here. The Dear anime, like that anime, and then the Doki and Shika dance. Oh my god. Like it's in my brain now. Like I know the whole song now in my head now. After I didn't forgot it, now that I've said it's in my head again. Holy moly! Why did I do that to myself? Netflix Still Pause is now out. Good luck playing it. Another case of they blocked it on emulation. I don't know what these companies be doing, dog. Look at them downloads. This would be 100K if they hadn't done that. I don't understand. Do y'all not like money? Y'all just don't like money. That's what it is. You don't like money. That's literally what it is. Like, why the hell would you do that? But it's out. Play on your phone. That's all I can say. And last but certainly not least, chasing Calidor Rider. If you like Kuklai from Girls Frontline 2, you like thickness in your face on bike, this is going to be for you. This is probably going to be the thumbnail because this is about to blow up and be gangster, and we're going to have mad fun with it. Look at that. Look how she's sitting on that bike on the top left. That is curves. That is culture and budget riding in your face. Yes, and no pause whatsoever. like to have at it. That's all I can really say. This is gonna be peak, and in 10 days we gonna have a demo, and I'm gonna show up on the channel with peak in your face. So that is all I got for you guys in this video. A very fun week, a very fun video to actually do because we have some cool games and stuff like that, including this one. But definitely Black Beacon, don't do it, dog. Don't do it. I know y'all gonna do it because you already did it. And usually when companies do that in the beta, they do it in global. And then when they realize they effed up like 2 or 3 weeks later, when it's too late, hey, you can play on emulation now. It's a feature. No, it's not a feature. It's somebody at your company stupid. That's what that's what that is. I hate to really, like, somebody that needs to be fired because you were warned beforehand not to do that. And it was going to mess up your whole launch. You get one launch in gaming, just one. You don't get the relaunch. There's been games as a handful that recover from bad launches. We're talking on one hand. There hasn't been 5. It's not even 5 yet. It's only been 3. We're talking about Gacha, by the way. There's a little bit more when it comes to like PC and stuff like that. Stuff like No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk or just games that to just name a few, and that's just not that much more. You can use another hand for those. Less than 10, you get one launch in the gaming industry. You cannot F up that one launch. You're done. After that, you're just done. 98% of the time, maybe 99, because there's less than 10 that recovered. 99% of the time, if you mess up a launch as a game, you might as well just EOS, which most companies do. Now they realize, oh, well, launch is ass, we're done, and they'll be done after like a month because the launch was bad. And all of that is preventable if you do everything beforehand. You need content creators. Number one, that is the most important thing. You need content creators. You need people who are actually covering the game to come in and help you and showcase your game. That is free press, unless you are actually paying. They're going to be like contract content creators, which there's things like that. You need press, actual press, not like us. You need to basically go out there and get ads. Get ads. You need to be in good faith. Blocking emulation on global for your game that is about to come out is not good faith. That is the worst possible thing that you can actually do. You need to be visible, which means Steam. That's not like there's some outside of ads, which means like you need Steam, you need which is PC version, you need Twitch, you need YouTube, you need Twitter. You like those all things. Those 4 things are like what the most important thing at launch. You need freebies as 5, something to encourage people to actually play and come in. You need all of that, and you usually will launch pretty well. If you don't do any one of those things, you will probably EOS. That history says that. Like, and it's not even if and or buts about it. History says if you don't do those 5 things, your game will EOS. You will not last a month or 2. You will get no income. You will not get back what you spent on the game. It will cost more to run the server than the game actually generates. You will just be done. So I'll catch you guys next video. And that was my TED talk for every dev that is in Gacha or even in PC. Like y'all need to adhere to that stuff if you want to actually make money out here. But of course, most of y'all are Asian game devs, and y'all think y'all don't have to listen to the Western world until you EOS. Peace, y'all. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.